Howdy y'all, I got the Bulldog on the channel. Working on a 4-liter Ranger here down at the main shop, and this thing's missing when you start it up. It came in here for other problems. We're gonna get to them. She thought it was really serious. It's not as bad, but it does need a tune-up. I'm gonna show you something that I saw right off the bat that gives me concern. See here, you see that plug right there? It's got the blue lines around it. And then this plug right here, that does not. That one looks pretty new. That one doesn't. So we're gonna pull them out and see what they look like. I'll show you what I find. Okay, here we go. In this V6 engine, we have 4 different styles of plugs. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Now, here we've got 2 Motorcraft fine wire plugs. There we go. Oh, there we go, right there. You can see it has got a right narrow tip. That's a fine wire. Creates a really intense spark across that. And this one matches it. It looks like it's a different age, but it does match it, same number. In front of that is a Motorcraft standard plug. Focus. There we go. There's a blunt end on that. It is fouled out pretty good. Got a bunch of junk in there. But that blunt end, well, I'm trying to get it to focus on. There. That blunt end is a standard old style plug. It does fine in the older engines, but these high energy ignition with coil packs and everything, the spark does not like that. It'll burn them up pretty quick. Now on the other side, we've got 2 Motorcraft fine wire plugs of a different style. I think they're single platinum, and these are double platinum. These 2 right here match. They were from number 1 and number 2. And then number 3, we've got the lone Autolite of the group. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wonder why the thing would miss when you first started up cold and then run like crap when it warmed up. Now here we got the new plugs ready to go in. And as you can see, these are the Motorcraft fine wire plugs that match these right here. Numbers matching everything. But most importantly, there's 6 of them. You know, when you have a 6-cylinder engine, it'd be a good idea to have all 6 cylinders where they work. Just throwing that out there. Now we're gonna gap these things, and then I'll put a little bit of Never Sees on the threads, and we'll throw these things in here. And I got new wires to go on it, and we'll see if it does better. I think it will, pretty sure. But I don't understand the mentality of somebody that does that. If you're having trouble and you're doing it yourself, yeah, I get it. But if you're doing this as a service, do it right, please. I really don't like pulling things apart that are like that. Okay, quick side note. I'm gonna show you something here that I heard way too much, and it concerns plug gap. Don't know if that door is shining behind me, but let me show you what the truck says. Right here is the tag, and over here it says plug, if it's gonna focus, plug gap 52 to 56 thousandths for this truck. Now, here's these new plugs. Got a gapping tool right here. Right there. You know, put it on there, slide it, and it hits right there. 42 thousandths. Some of these Fords, their gap is 42 to 46. Some of them are gapped 52 to 56. What do those plugs fit? One or the other, maybe. Always check the plug gap. It does not come preset unless it says specifically. And even if it says specifically, still check it. Because guess what? People drop stuff. They'll drop it, they'll pick it up, and then they'll hand it to you. Some years ago, we had somebody come in the door, and he ran into the door and dropped the part. And he picked the part up, and he dropped the part again. And he picked the part up and started walking towards the counter, and he dropped the part again. And he picked the part up, and he walked over to the counter, and he went to set it on the counter, and it slipped off the counter, and he dropped the part again. And then he picked it up, and I picked it up, shook it, and I handed it back to him. He says, "What?" Open up the box and pour out the pieces. It's supposed to be in one piece. This stuff happens. Always check. It doesn't matter if it's new, and it doesn't matter if it says gap is preset. If you can check it, you should. Now there are plugs out there that have the loop on the end of them. There's the +4 that we don't use, and the pincer plugs that we don't use. You need to look at them because they could have been dropped. If you've got one that's all closed down, it got dropped. Well, if it got dropped, you need to check it and make sure that the porcelain is not cracked also. It happens. So double check yourself. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. Talk to you later.